Hi everybody, welcome back. With Christmas coming up, I really wanted to do another silhouette nativity. I did one last year and loved the result of it. So I'm going to do, it's going to be different. The last one I did was sort of yellows and oranges and golds to look like a star. This one's going to be blues. So I'm going to do a swipe. I've mixed my paints with floetrol, but they're a bit thicker than my Dutch pour consistency. And I'm going to swipe with Australian floetrol, and I'm going to swipe horizontally. Oh, you can see the colours I've just mixed, to try and create almost like the backdrop, some sort of scenery behind the silhouette of the nativity. So I'm really excited to get started with this. So here are my colours. I just fancied doing blues. I googled nativity silhouettes, and there was one particular painting I saw or image. It was a digital image and it was blues, and I just thought it looked stunning, so I'm going to go for blues. So I have got Pebeo Studio Acrylic Silver, Daler Rowney Pearl White, Daler Rowney Wedgwood, Daler Rowney Prussian Blue hue, and then two Amsterdam colours. This one's King's Blue and this one is Manganese Blue Phthalo. So they're all mixed up there. So the recipe is approximately 2 parts floetrol to 1 part paint to probably a quarter of a part water. I did them all 2 to 1 floetrol to paint, but I decided they were slightly too thick. So I've just added a squirt of water in each, which doesn't help you, I know, but probably, let's say a quarter to a half of ratio of water. So you can see the consistency. So it flows really nicely, but it does leave a trail and it does leave a trace, but it's nowhere near as thick as some of the other pours that I do. The reason I wanted it to be thicker is when I've done this before with my Dutch pour consistency mixture, it just didn't dry well. All the colours were too runny and they all sort of swamped into each other and moved as they were drying. So I've deliberately kept this a bit thicker. So the other reason I'm really excited about this pour is because I love this size canvas. It's 30 centimetres by 60 centimetres. I ordered a few of them a while ago and this is my last one. So I really wanted to do something special with it. So my idea for the pour is I'm actually going to layer the paints on in ribbons. I'm not layering up a cup, but I'm going to layer the individual colours on in ribbons. I'm going to start with the really pale colours at the bottom, and then they're going to get darker into the top. So it's almost like it's getting darker into the night sky nearer the top. The silhouette will be at the bottom, and it needs to make a good silhouette. If it's going to be black, it needs to be over the top of light colours. So light colours at the bottom going into the darker colours at the top. When I do a ribbon pour, what I would tend to do is put the colours down and then just tilt the canvas one side and then the other side, so everything gets a little bit straighter. I'm going to do that just to try and even out the paint, but I'm not worried about it being particularly straight because I plan on swiping it. I'm going to start with the darkest colour, which I want along the top. So I think I'm just going to do a nice line of it along the top and make sure it just flows over that edge. And then I'm just going to do a few ribbons of this darker colour, but it's not going to come all the way down. Now I've got something in this paint. I think I might need to sieve it. It was towards the end of a jar of paint, so I think there must be something that I've poured in, maybe where the paint has dried a little bit around the edge. Okay, I've got a sieve here actually. I'm just going to sieve that, see if I can get some of those lumps out while I put the other colours down. loving this, absolutely loving it. I'm going to tilt it. I might not swipe it because I actually really like it how it is. Right, so all I'm going to do is tilt one side and then the other, and what will happen is the little gaps will fill in. There's just a few little gaps still on the canvas, and all these lovely lines will just straighten out. Right, I am going to swipe it. I'm going to stick with my original plan. So I've got my cell activator in here. So Australian floetrol and Amsterdam white paint. It's mixed 3 parts Australian floetrol to 1 part white paint. Right, to swipe, I'm going to try something different. I've got here a piece of plastic. This was wrapped around my daughter's birthday cake. It's one of those bits of plastic that just hold the cake in place. So I'm going to use that. It's a really nice flimsy plastic. So I'm just cutting a piece off. So it's about 2 inches deep, so really flimsy plastic. I want to keep these horizontal lines, so I'm just going to dip the end of the plastic into my cell activator. So I've just got some on the end, and then I'm just going to place this on the edge and very, very slowly swipe across. So unfortunately, I'm just not happy. I like it, but it's not what I want. It's too bitty, it's too choppy. So what I'm now thinking is actually re-swiping it, but re-swiping it down. Because I've got a shorter distance, I would just do it once, down from the top to the bottom, so it will blend and it will pull some of that darkness down. I am so excited. This wasn't as I planned it, but this is, I think the result has actually turned out better than I was hoping, better than I was expecting. Let me show you why. So at the very top of the painting, so this is going to be the sky, the night sky, you have got these incredible cells and incredible lacing where the dark blue really, really shines through. That cell activator is just magical. It just creates this amazing network and webbing of lacing. And then if you come down, you've got this beautiful, beautiful blend of all the blues. So it starts at the top a bit darker, comes down so you hit to the bottoms where it's a bit lighter. But what I love is all these little cells. I really torched it well to get some little speckles to come through. So to me, this really looks like the night sky. So for the embellishment that I'm wanting to do, I think this is going to work beautifully. I just love all the variation in the colours. I think, you know, and ideally, if they were horizontal, that was my plan, that might have looked better. But actually, almost the way I see it now, you're going to have Mary and Joseph and Jesus and some of the animals in the stable. It almost looks like the stars are shining down. So these are stars, and where they're thickest at the top, and they're shining down onto the nativity at the bottom. So as I said, not what I was expecting, but I think this is going to be absolutely perfect for what I'm going to do next. Couldn't resist. It's finished, and I've added lights, I've added the stars. I ummed and ahed whether to do it. So glad I have. I had to literally cut through the canvas, really quite scary, but wow, I'm so happy. Let me show you the nativity first of all. It's just really nice and simple. There's 2 shepherds, 2 sheep, Mary, Joseph, Jesus. There's 2 wise men. My daughter rightly said, but there should be 3 wise men. And I said, well, the canvas wasn't long enough. So in this nativity, there's just 2. You can see the lacing. It looks like, to me, it just looks like moonlight shining down, or starlight shining down. And I love the way that you've got the lacing, then it just fades into this wonderful blend of blues. Blues obviously lighter at the bottom, so the silhouette shows up the most. The other thing I have done is added a little border around the edge. It doesn't show on the front, but the edges were just a little bit messy, so I just decided just to add that border. If I show you the back, you'll see what I've done. So I've got this battery pack which I've taped on, and each of the lights just fits through. There's 20 lights, fits through a little hole that I've made in the canvas. If I just get my daughter to turn the light out, there you go, you can see it. So it really looks like stars. So happy. I've never done this before with lights. Really happy, really glad. If you pop the light on again, please. Just something totally different. So there it is, my Christmas nativity. So let me know what you think. Please give me any thoughts, any ideas, any views you have on this. Great, thank you so much for watching. If you like it, please do hit the thumbs up button. Please do subscribe to my channel. Great, thanks for watching. Bye.